What's up, Folklex? It's been a while since I've done a sketchbook tour, so we're just gonna dive right in. But before we do, look at how pink and colorful this cover is. Okay, now let's go on to the tour. First page, we have Blue Birthday, and this is the last of my Happy Birthday washi tape that I kind of miss. I really liked it. I don't know how it would buy so fast, because I don't recall using that much, but oh well. Mood. Dork Diary redraws. This is a fairy tale book, and this is the... Actually, I forget which book this was, but I think it's the one where Mackenzie steals Nikki's diary or something like that. Anyway, this is the Death Note Dork Diaries crossover thing that I've been doing for a while. I haven't really drawn much for that, but yeah, that's I just thought it was funny. I'm really proud of how this came out. I'm really shocked at how similar I managed to like emulate the style. Like I was worried it was gonna suck, but no, I've gotten better at it. So I guess it's a cool thing. This is just some collage of stuff related to apples. This is a painting that I actually cut out and then I cut out the door and I put like something underneath of it. I was a little upset when I did this at first because I did work hard on this painting, but at the same time I was like, I'm not. It was on my wall for a while, so that's why I was feeling that way. And then there's another one under here. It's really hard to tell, but she had like wings behind her, but you can't see them, so it just looks like I just trapped some little girl behind the door. So that's a thing. These are two character ideas for a story that not a story that I'm working on, but just an idea that I had. I don't know why I did this, but these are supposed to be like these collage dolls or whatever, so I just kind of, I don't know, I just did something, and yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Then we have this thing going on. This is actually not really a redraw, but like I took this old picture that I had and then I just redrew over it. So I used the old drawing as a base. I did that during the summer. I just took a bunch of old sketches and then fixed them in my recent style, and it was fun. I liked it. Harvested at the peak of perfection. Oh, lovely. And then these are, well, this OC got nuked, unfortunately, but this is still an OC, and, yeah, this is another picture that I fixed, or sketch. I really like how this one looks, but yeah, her eyes are, like, for the style, it doesn't really feel right, but at the same time, I didn't want to move them down, so it's in a weird, ambiguous zone of, like, semi-realism, but not really. Okay, so this was a thing I had to do in class, like, several semesters ago, where we had to, like, make this book doing some process or whatever. It wasn't anything hard, but it was, like, an exercise for class, for making zines or something like that. So, 1313, South Waterlog Lane. So, basically, I think I was writing a story about, like, a house that burned down. I know, it's morbid. This is the teddy bear that got burnt. This is the house, and how, I think... house burnt down is that the people who lived there were just really stupid because they got buckets, they got just electrical sockets that are just there, like they were just asking for a fire. Oh my gosh. Then there was some text of like thoughts of the firefighter, I think. He's just like, man, I want a pizza. And this is something, I think it's a music box. And then this is the actual house on fire and the family is watching. I know, this is like really morbid. I'm so sorry. Oh no, the school photo that got destroyed in the fire. And this is the room, or this chick's room. And then this is like the explanation or something. And this is the fire starting. Again, they kind of had it coming with the electric stuff near water, so that's why it's called Waterlog Lane. I'm so funny. I was literally just running out of creativity when I was doing that, because I think that was my evening class, so my brain was just mush. This is just some weird thing, and these are from like a sticker set that I got for my birthday. Just in case you want to know what they're called. It's just some stuff, nothing crazy. But here we got some interesting stuff. So I don't know, randomly I just decided to draw like monsters from Dragon Quest into human chicks to make them cute. And yeah, I liked Lizzie. She's one of the, she's one of those characters from Dragon Quest 6. I was kind of trying to experiment drawing like a more muscular female character. I really like how this came out, and also was doing something different with the face. I wasn't trying to make her look so... I was trying to make her look a little different from what I usually do. Like her eyes are smaller and wider set apart. And then for these two, I gave them like more, I guess, thicker body types or something like that. I don't know. It was just something that popped into my head. I will admit that I'm not happy with how there's smudging everywhere. It makes me so mad. It looks way better before, now it's all smudged and I hate it. I know you can spray stuff or whatever, but it's too much work. I don't want to do that. So now we had this like page of like female characters that are like in groups or something like that. Unfortunately, I got rid of this like whole group. Unfortunately, like they're gone, but these 4, they're all still there. I like how I drew them though. They're really cute. Like, I love her face. It's so adorable. Technically speaking, she's not gone, but like she's been renewed in a way. I'm gonna put up on the screen when I'm editing this. This was like a style experiment of some type where I draw my OCs in Meat Canyon style. We have Wendeley, we have Philotea, who looks absolutely wonderful. I need to know what he's using for his mascara. We have Blue Birthday, who looks great, just absolutely fantastic. We have Flint, who is just having a great time, you know, awesome. And then we have Snoozabelle, who actually looks the most normal out of everyone there. I feel like with Meat Canyon style, you have like a weird range of either characters that look normal or they're just characters that look like just absolute monsters. I will say I'm very proud of how this page came out. Like, I was just shocked how like well they all came out. I'm not entirely sure if it really resembles Meat Canyon's style, but it was a fun exercise just to kind of draw my OCs in like a very grotesque way. And I really love how Snoozabelle's face looks here. I love it. Some fan art. This is a speed doodle I did in my YouTube shorts. I don't like how this came out. The hand looks really off, and everything's off. I don't know why I posted that short. It was bad. And this is way better. Compensates for this piece of shit. So this is a redraw from Junko Mizuno's Cinderella's book, and she's slaying. I love her entire design and vibe. Everything is just, I love it. I just love it. She's adorable. Her outfit's cute, and I wanted to redraw it because I just love how Junko Mizuno draws hair and all of that. So yeah, this was a fan art of Pound Town Hound's OC Mayor Forest, and for some reason I drew him as Sephiroth, so really he should be Sephorist or something like that. I don't know. I forget why I drew this, but I did, and it's funny. So on the back of this is some stick figure chick that I drew, but like you cannot find the figure at all because it's lost in all of this hair. Like, this chick has so much hair going on, she could literally hide a body in it. That's how hard it is just to see all the details of like her figure. It is crazy. I don't know why I went so hard on the hair, but I did, and yeah, that's I like the background though. I'm a little upset that I covered it up. Like, you should have seen how it looked. It was really cool, and I'm kind of upset that it's mostly covered by her, but it's okay. The pic still looks good though. This is just some collage page of stickers that I was like, I'm not sure if I'm going to use these really for anything, so I just put them together. I forgot this artist's name, but I got it from Otakon last year, and it's sparkly. Ooh, sparkly. And this is something I was doing where I had these papers that are rainbow colored, so I just drew my OCs. This is, I forgot her name. I'm so terrible, but she's an idol. Oh, scrapped OC. Pellier. Oh, I didn't draw any more after this. Oh well, but it was a cool idea at the moment. And then I needed to practice like buildings because I'm really bad at drawing buildings. So I feel like a good way to approach drawing like backgrounds and buildings is to like reference doll houses and stuff, because I feel like doll houses and all that, they're more approachable because they're colorful and cute looking, and I feel like people are more inclined to that than regular stuff. So I don't know, I guess that could be like a piece of good advice, maybe, is to reference doll houses for drawing actual houses because they're simpler, or they're more appealing looking. They have more cute, fun features that regular houses don't have. So, and yeah, there's that. A collage page of, I don't know what's going on here, but it's very neon. And this is supposed to be, I'm really mad about how the proportions came out, because when I initially drew it, the proportions looked more correct, so I don't know what happened with it. But this is Goku Black in his rosé form, and he's with Kuromi, because I just thought, a thought crossed through my head of like, oh, what if these two are friends? I know that Kuromi's not like evil, she's like just kind of, a little mischievous, but the idea in my head just fit, okay? I just looked at Goku Black with pink hair and I was like, Kuromi core. This is some doodle of, or not doodle, just like some drawing of like a child, and he's very upset about something. Wait, no, this is actually a character, I think, for a story, but like, I scrapped it. And yeah, there's a lot of swirls going on. This is like Uzumaki levels of swirls. I'm just kidding. This is not too many swirls. At least for me, this is not that much. But yeah, he probably had like a nightmare or something. And then this is like sketches of something my aunt wanted on like a t-shirt, and then she never got back to me about like the whole t-shirt thing. She like I literally drew like a thing for her for like a t-shirt design, and she just like, and I sent it, and then she just never responded back. And I'm like, oh, okay then. I spent all that time. I don't get anything. Okay. Oh no, it's the I hate bugs. It's the freaking Thomas Fly Swatter. I drew him and I made him look like a Tumblr sexy man. And then months later, Ben Silly posts like an actual human version of what he looks like. And he's like the most anti-Tumblr sexy man I've ever seen. And I'm just like, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I imagined him differently, but I didn't think he was going to be an attractive human anyway. But yeah, that was a funny episode. And then we have just some other stuff. This is actually based off a dream. It's really weird, but in short, I was at this like bathing house or something, but when you went in, the bathing water wasn't really water, it was like blood, but it wasn't real blood, it was fake blood, and it was like full of bubbles and stuff. You could bounce on it, and it was really weird, but it also seemed really cool. I don't really go to bathhouses. I don't even think that's a thing here in the US, but if I could, I probably would go to a blood bubble bathhouse. I used to say really weird things. Okay, hit the road, the open road, remove harm. Yeah, I don't know, sometimes I just put stuff on a page just to get stuff on a page. This is just stuff. Sometimes when I don't know how to fill a page, I just put things on there. I draw maybe like 2 things, and then I just surround it with collage. And this just kind of summarizes what I'm feeling, just that. So this was an attempt to draw the main trio from Death Note, like with style swaps or something like that, in the Dork Diary style. So like Light Yagami, but he's dressed like L. Misa, but she's dressed like Light, and then L dressed like Misa. And if it wasn't for these terrible proportions, I think this would have been decent, but it's not as bad as this. But this wasn't me trying to do like the Dork Diary style. It was just me drawing my regular stick figure style, which is heavily inspired by the Dork Diary style. Like if you see it, you're like, oh, that looks like Dork Diaries. Yeah, that's because it's inspired by Dork Diaries. And then this was from like a few months ago, where I asked you guys to like send me 3 emojis and I'll turn them to monsters. I forget what the emojis were, but I'm actually really proud of how these came out. These are really interesting. I'd say this one's probably my favorite, and this one's probably like my least favorite, just because it's kind of a go-to sort of concept, if you know what I mean. Like, oh, it's humanoid, it's a pumpkin head, knife, like, I don't know, maybe not the pumpkin head, but just the whole, like, other parts just seem like something I would go to. Whereas these don't really feel like something I would make, like, on a whim, randomly. So, it was nice to just get out my comfort zone and draw new weird things. This was the finalized version of that t-shirt sketch that I did for my aunt. Yeah, still disappointed about the whole thing. This is fan art of Mitzi and Sua, but they're in that magnet pose. I really love how I did the watercolor here. So actually it's marker, but like the way it just went, like just the way it moved around and like just looks like that, I just love it so much. And I was just, I love this picture. I love it so much. I love how the bow looks here. Everything about it is perfect. And then you have Till, like, Mitzi? And then I was just like, I wish that were me and Till. Yeah, you know what? I wish you two were like that as well. But, you know, I don't know what's going on with this dang series. But I hope something good happens for you both. But I don't think it will. I cannot live, laugh, love in these environments. Yeah, me neither. So, this is Matsuda in the Dark Diary style. This is from like a Tumblr thing where I drew it as like a redraw, because I think that was something that was like an incorrect quote or something that Matsuda said, and I thought was really funny. So I was like, every time there's an opportunity where I can draw the Death Note characters in Dark Diary's art style, I will do it, because that is like my favorite thing to do now. This was a shitty attempt at redrawing this old painting that I did like a few years ago. I mean, some parts of it are good. I did trace over it originally, so that's why it's not the best. Because I will admit that the original, like, sketch isn't bad. Like, I would say proportionally it's not the worst. So I did adjust some things, but yeah, it was kind of a mess how it came out, and yeah, I'm not the most proud of it, but I tried at least. There's just a character design thing that I had in my head from when I first started like a few semesters ago, and I drew her on the first day of school, and this is just a colored version or some idea of that. She has neon hair. She's not OC, she's just an idea that popped into my head. Wait, no, I remember now. I drew her on a journal cover, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna Yasify her and draw her now. That's what I was actually, that's the actual truth of this. Some OC doodles. Fan art of the school flirting game, and then this is the chick from that cupcake day video. I drew her again because it was like a year since I posted that. I really like how her face came out. Her eyes are massive, but it's just the way I drew it still looks really cute. But yeah, I'm really proud of how this came out. Like, I did this all kind of like on a whim, and I was worried it was gonna turn out really bad, but yeah, just like how this came out. Also, that game was so fun. I used to love playing this game a lot as a kid. It's like one of my favorite games on Girl Scout games. Some Eileen doodle. Well, actually, Eileen and Sua, and this is supposed to be Toon, but like his hair had like stars or something on it or whatever. I don't know. And then like Eileen again. Yeah, just stuff. So this was based off a really weird dream that I had. I kind of forgot what most of it was, but what came into mind was that there was this witch character who had like colorful hair and was wearing some skimpy outfit, and I had to put a sticker over that because her ass is showing. And I think it was because I drew this thing before the first day of school, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna bring the sketchbook in, so I had to cover it. So I was like, in case anyone saw it, you know. Because sometimes I draw like weird shit in my sketchbook and I don't want people to see it, so I have to cover things sometimes, you know. Yeah, that's how it is. But I never really made her into OC, I just drew her out. Like, sometimes I see like cool characters in my dreams, I draw them and I make them into characters. But with her, I really didn't. I just kind of drew her and then I forgot about her. Oh well. So this was an attempt at me like redesigning my persona Lulu, because so her whole shtick is that she has blue hair and is a polar bear, but part of me was like, what if I made her hair white and she had like blue streaks and or whatever, just because like, I don't know if people really read Lulu as a polar bear or just a weird white bear, so that's why I was like conflicted, but I never really went with this redesign. Yeah, and then these are just class notes. Mostly class notes and doodles, and this is the Mitzi Sua doodle I did. I think this is literally like right after the video came out of the whole backstory thing. I'm not really a fan of how Sua's face came out. I messed up on it, but yeah, just and this is a cute character idea that popped in my head. Her name is Pulcella-Lulu. I didn't make her into OC, but the name and the cute little outfit. So these were Yandere Simulator character redesigns. This was like when the whole Yandere Simulator character redesign thing was popular on YouTube, and I think this was like right before the whole Yandere Dev controversy happened. So yeah, this is supposed to be Osana. I tried to make her look like a real bitch, like her face and all that. And I was going for this weird cartoony style, like a mix of my toon style and my regular style. Which, I mean, I was just exaggerating the proportions to give them like more cartoony proportions, but also like still not having the cankle painted stocking legs that I usually give for my toon style. This is supposed to be Amai or whatever her name is, the baker chick, and she really doesn't look like it. I don't know. And this is supposed to be Oka. I feel like I over exaggerate a lot of these, but I don't know. It's just it was fun to draw, I will admit, and part of when I try to like prevent smudging is I just put watercolor wash over, but it really doesn't prevent it. It just kind of lessens it. But yeah, like that's, oh well. This is some class exercise. I'm not gonna really flip through all this because this is like other classmates' art. I will show this, however. So these are just doodles I did during a lecture. I don't know, some weird shit is going on. I draw really weird stuff sometimes, and yeah, I was experimenting with highlighters because they're really good for like watercolor things. Sometimes they can have really cool effects. So I was messing around with that while the professor was talking. And it's art class, so you know, it's fine. I can draw during art class. Like, what are you gonna do if you're drawing during an art class and get in trouble for it? It's like, well, it's an art class, so you know, I'm doing my work technically. I don't know, that was a really weird thing, but you get what I mean. This is a funny idea that I had where like, so this is during the whole Jack Horner Luca thing that I kept making a joke out of, and let me just read it out. Luca, what happened to your face?
I got beat up by a lesbian. I'm such a failure. What if I don't win the next round?
Pat, I'm so proud of you, son.
Thank you, Dad.
I'm sorry, I don't know why I gave Luke that voice. He sounds like he's... I don't know why I made Luca sound like that, but yeah, it was just a funny idea. Like, oh, ha ha ha, Luca has purple fingers, Jack Horner has a purple thumb, he's Jack Horner's son, ha ha. That joke's kind of been retired because, I don't know if this is 100% true, but like, apparently Luca's got like a bunch of health issues, that's why his fingers are purple. It's literally a circulation issue, so I do feel a little bad, but at the same time, it's like, it was an easy joke, okay? But yeah, so I think I might retire the Jack Horner Luca joke. Something for class, nothing really interesting. It was like a morph project. This is just, I don't know, I was trying to do a collage thingy with some old art. What bothers you? And I don't know, what does bother her? She looks pretty bothered, but we'll never know what's bothering her. Oh well. So this was definitely not the first week I remember, because I was at my brother's house and we were just kind of vibing and stuff, and I was doodling all of this while we were there. These are all sweets, and there's all done with just a Tombow marker and highlighters. Yeah. It was really fun to just experiment and draw all this stuff. It was really fun. Yeah, and this is, I'm really proud of how this looks. I just love how this looks. It looks delicious. I want to eat it right now. It looks great. And then there's this, I'm just proud of how I did all this. Yummy. This is an old painting I did from my watercolor class when I was back in my other school, and it's supposed to be some sort of weird abstract night scene. I say abstract because it's hard to tell what's going on with the buildings. There's like something, and yeah, it's just yeah, I don't know what to say. It's ominous, it's a little creepy, but I kind of like the vibes. It's kind of relaxing looking. This is some weird thing that I did like in high school for an English class where I drew like a comic or something like that. It was based off this book that we read, and it was like Snow White, but like different, or like it was like a sort of like a modern retelling of Snow White or whatever, but more, yeah, just modern. And for some reason they made the main character fat, but she lost weight. Her name's Simone, blah blah blah. She likes French things. Miraculous Ladybug fan probably. And this is her stepmom, who's 28 and looks like a supermodel. And then, yeah, just some stuff. The funny thing is that I didn't even draw her fat. Like, this is my stick figure style. She just looks like she's wearing baggy clothes. So, it's not that dramatic. Yeah, they were trying to do this thing with like the bob cut, like, oh, because Snow White in the Disney version had the bob cut, so it's like, oh, we're gonna make her have a bob cut. Ha ha ha, isn't that cute? It just got stapled, unfortunately. Wait, never mind, there's no head. So, she started wearing better stuff, blah blah blah, and... Okay, cool. I'm Simone. I used to be known as the weird fat girl, but now I'm just Simone. I'm witty, smart, and I love French things. Wow, you are so quirky and cool and different and awesome, and these are the most 2010s glasses I have ever seen. I don't even know if I got a good grade on this. I didn't know like what I was supposed to be doing, but yeah, this is just it was weird. Catboy Kokichi, an art trade. Thumbnails for this one painting I did. I titled it Rotten Candlelit. I just remember these are thumbnails I did for it. Yeah, I was really drawn to like I liked all of these except for maybe this one, but I was gonna initially draw it like this really cutesy style like this, but I ended up going for my regular style. But yeah, this was like kind of the final product that I really liked. I don't know what's going on here, but it's some weird doodle shit. Wait, this is the one of the monsters from that 3 emoji thing from earlier. And then yeah, I have a question. No! And there's just some lady who's just like really happy. I don't know, I just put really weird stuff together, and sometimes it just makes like weird shit post type stuff. I don't know what's going on here, some collage thing. Oh wait, so this is when the Barbie movie came out. So I drew Miku and Barbie fused, so it'd be Barbiku or something. I don't know. And then I had some thing over here, and I glued it on. I thought I made the whole page look pretty, so yeah, it's very Lisa Frank-ish. The other page is just notes, so I'll just show this page, and drew this weird worm creature and some other things. Yeah, I tend to draw the weirdest shit when I'm doodling during class, but it was good practice with my highlighters. Some Flower Boys doodles. This is from a painting class. Just some like ideas for potential paintings and all that. Mitzi and Sua, but it's like a Ballet AU and the proportions are terrible. I know. I fixed it digitally and I'm still upset because I don't know. Sometimes my anatomy is just really out of whack. But I really like the idea of a Ballet AU because it's very Princess Tutu coded. Like, if I ever did do something like that, which I might, I don't know. A whole Ballet AU seems really fun, of like something Princess Tutu inspired. Like, that would just be so cool. And yeah, I really love drawing this, even though it came out really shitty because the proportions are really bad. If anyone remembers that one post I did, it was that chick where she looks like an early 2000s anime character, and she came from like some random dream I had, and her name was like Ella or something like that, and she was like some angel that was doing something. I don't know. I drew her, and yeah, it's very, very 2000s anime coded. I don't really draw like this, but even though I really love the early 2000s anime style, yeah, that's that. More class doodles. This is Luca, me trying to draw Luca for like the Ballet AU in some way. He's just vibing. This is probably what he'd wear if he's doing ballet. And then we have a redraw of a Juko Misono painting. I really like how this came out, even though I'm not really a big fan of the face. I kind of messed up on it, but everything else looks pretty cool. I really like how this came out. It looks really cool. I love it. some doodles. This is my OC Mirage. This is some idea they had where, so it's like this gory chick, and there's like this really neat frame that I made, and it's kind of difficult to cut out because I don't think I used an X-Acto knife, or maybe I did, I don't remember. But there's like some faces, and it's a frame. Whoop, whoop. Whoa. Yeah, I love doing like framing stuff in sketchbooks. It's so fun. This is a really ugly page though. I don't like how it looks. It's like I said, sometimes I just collage random shit together and it does not look good. We're getting towards the end, so it's starting to look a little bad now. This is Blue Birthday and Red Milkshake together, but redrawn in those two characters from that Pinocchio movie or whatever. It's that one, those two characters that is like really, well actually it's this one. That one, Piero, I don't know how you say it, character from that one movie. Like, he is so popular on Pinterest. Like, every time I see him, you just get a bunch of like aesthetic profile pictures and edits and all that of this one character, because I guess he just has vibes. I don't know. So I redrew these two OCs together. Just, I don't know. It just fit in some way. And then some more OC doodles. Yeah. Nothing too crazy. A lot of this stuff is like just notes, so it's nothing major to really show. Finalized Pulcella-Lulu design, I guess. Lysander, or doodles of random shit, just because, you know, practicing style and all that. This is for the VOOF server where for like the school AU or whatever, I drew Pulcella in her school uniform, and she looks very sophisticated and cute. I really like how the squiggly line thing I was doing came out. It looks really nice. I'm surprised how neat it is, but yeah, I think this is supposed to redraw something from Choco Mimi. And I messed up on something here, that's why it's all darkened out. More Flower Boys doodles. This is Felix doing Felix things. Just a lot of stuff. Very ominous. More doodle. Well, actually, no, thumbnails. I should be saying thumbnails. These are all thumbnails of like potential paintings and all that. I was going to attempt Goretober with Red Milkshake and draw in this like 2010s Invader Zim-esque style, but I couldn't follow through with it, even though it wasn't that hard to draw these. It didn't take long, but I think I'm just not really great with monthly challenges like that. I think weekly might be better for me. So yeah, I gave up, and it's not that bad gore-wise, but you know, maybe next year I might have more time to do Goretober. We'll see, because I have always wanted to like really completely do some sort of art month challenge or whatever. Vampire Ivan and Till is really confused, and Ivan's just like, oh, I want to bite your neck, and he's all stuck to him. And then we have Luca here, who's a priest, because that just really fits, and he's just like, you will need holy water, and then Ivan's just holding on to Till, and Till's like, what? This was going to be the third Red Milkshake picture for Goretober. I really like how it looks, but I just never colored it because I was like, I give up with Goretober. I wish it's part laziness and also just school. Like, trying to maintain all that in school can be really hard, so maybe once I'm out of school or like next semester, since I only have one class, it might be easier to manage. Well, like I said, we'll see. So I was seeing a lot of videos of like Monster High redesigns, so I thought I would take a crack at redesigning Frankie in some way. And my idea was to make Frankie a mad scientist or something like that, with some lightning motifs, because, you know, Frankenstein's monster and all that, and Stitches. It's not the best redesign. I think I drew this during class, so that's probably why I didn't have too many references to cool things. Then some eye style practice. I really love how Lavender Town draws eyes. It's like so fun to look at. So I was trying to just experiment with that, and yeah. Miku, but Dragon Quest. I thought that'd be a fun idea. I feel like you can just put Miku in anything. This is, I don't know. I don't know why I drew this. I think I just thought the idea was fun and wanted to draw it out. So maybe in some alternate universe, Miku is like some sort of famous, I don't know, idol, magical idol or something like that in the Dragon Quest alternate universe. I don't know what else to say. And then for some reason, Duke Fader of Cloud. It's weird. I'm not like into Final Fantasy really, but when it comes to like Final Fantasy VII, I just really love like the whole vibe of the story and the characters. I just never will play the games for some reason. I'm so weird. I'll watch people talk about it for hours. Like, I think it's just because I know all the characters so well because they're so iconic that my brain is just so fascinated by them. But yet at the same time, I'm just never really gonna like get into the game itself because it's just, I'm not really into that. I feel like Final Fantasy, I'm more into the lore and people talking about it than actually playing the games because I don't think the gameplay really, I would vibe with it. But for the story, I love it. It's cool. So, yeah, and it's really cute. I love how he looks. I was trying to draw like little clouds in his eyes, and it's really hard to see, unfortunately. I should have drawn like little suns or something. I don't know. Another doodle page. This I drew when I thought I lost my lunchbox or it got stolen, and then I found it. I left it in the school store, and I was freaking out over nothing. The OC that I had gotten around that time, Weslow, he's a alien supermodel with no mouth, and he is adorable, but he's got a dark secret going on. Some more planning out and all that. I was gonna show some others, but there was like not too many thumbnails, so that's why I didn't. But as you can see, this is for Angel's Kiss stuff for last semester. More thumbnails for my other class and Flower Boy stuff. This is very ominous. I love how it looks, but it's so creepy. This is a character idea that I had. I drew them out and I just, I don't know, I never really did anything with them for some reason. I feel like I just didn't like how this color palette looked and I just gave up. I don't know, maybe I should redraw them. I probably will. We're getting near the end, as you can tell. As you can see, I give up. Yeah, I was gonna draw like gender bent Dragon Quest heroes again, but I gave up because I was like, nah, I don't feel like it. And this is where I got the idea for Francis. Oh boy, Francis, the infamous problem, chaotic child who became my favorite OC almost overnight just because I loved his design so much. And this is like one of those instances where like the character design just popped into my head. It wasn't like I researched it or anything like that. I just, boom, it popped in my head right before I went to bed, and then I woke up and I drew him out more, and yeah, that's that. That's how I get a lot of my OC ideas. They just pop into my head randomly before I sleep. More thumbnails. And then the Flower Boys all together, ignoring the fact that they're not all the same height, but I just drew them that way for convenience. Mermaid doodle that I did. I love the swirls so much. They look so good. I love the squiggles and everything. It just, I love this era that I'm in right now with the squiggly lines. I really hope my future self doesn't abandon it. If I do, I'm gonna be so mad because I love the squiggly line vibes right now. Then I drew Francis, but like as a sickly Victorian child, because in his backstory he used to be very sickly. So it's not funny, but nothing's funny about it. But you know, yeah, he's not doing well. But then he became a demon. Now he's doing just fine. It's the last page, and that's it. I didn't really draw anything after this. So that is the sketchbook tour. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you quacks later. I cannot live, laugh, love in these environments. Yeah, me neither.